Take a look at this video. I'll
Dating
be
as a
back with
woman
my
in tech,
thoughts.
because if I try to date a guy in tech, they're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests that I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves, and I don't like dating that type of guy either. If I try to date someone who doesn't work in tech, but they aren't a high earner, they end up feeling too insecure and they aren't able to afford the type of things that I can, like fine dining and traveling. So dating as a woman in tech is not for the weak. If you are a woman in tech, let me know if you have had some good or bad
Okay,
dating
so
experiences. I hate dating.
first let's start this off with saying I am a man that works in tech. I've actually been building computers since I was 12. I've been in the tech field actually in my career for like over probably 16, 17 years. If we go back to high school, I've been doing graphic design, which is a form of technology, since 10th grade. Um, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not the greatest looking person in the world, but I ain't ugly. Shorty, one, I be trying to understand why y'all get on social media and call people ugly. Y'all get on social media and call people unattractive and ugly all the time. Why? Why? What's the point of it? Now, I could say something negative about how you look, but that's not my place, right? It's not my place to talk about how you look because at the end of the day, there's someone for everybody. People like to talk about how T.I. is with Tiny and how Tiny looks, but T.I. said that Tiny was his dream woman. So how Tiny looks to me and how Tiny looks to everybody else isn't how Tiny looks to him. Love, there's somebody out there for you. But you can't get on social media bashing people and talking about they're ugly and unattractive. You can't do that when you look this. And when I say you look like this, you are not the typical type of woman that men or women would think is attractive. Now, you have those selective people that think you're beautiful, right? And you might be beautiful within yourself. I'm not calling you ugly at all. You're not my type. You're not my type. But overall, you have attributes about yourself that could be worked on. Work on your skincare a little bit more. Put a little bit more weight on. Do something with your hair. Everybody can look good. Look at the people that were broke and then got money and actually elevated their lives. And look, most people aren't broke. Most people aren't ugly. They're just broke. Let's just keep it real. And then there's ugly people that are just broke and that got money and they're just not attractive to certain people, right? I'm not gonna call people ugly. But stop getting on social media bashing people. You got you doing this, and then that lady that said that men are inherently unattractive. This lady, y'all need to stop. Okay? If you can't find a boyfriend, then that's on you. That just seems like it's something, a character flaw within yourself. This is a character flaw. You getting on social media and calling men unattractive that work in tech is a character flaw. That's why the men in tech that are attractive aren't interested in you. You can't even get the men that are unattractive to talk to you. You have a character flaw. You need to fix your character flaw. The way you're acting right now is a character flaw. You get on social media calling most men in tech unattractive, or they have quirks or things that you're not interested in, they're too nerdy. Then there's men that are in tech that you are attracted to, but they think that they're smarter or better than you or whatever. Most men don't really care about what your job is. We men will date women that work at McDonald's. Why we do that is beyond me. If you're a man making a certain amount of money Stop dating the woman that works at McDonald's. If you're a woman that makes a certain amount of money, stop dating the man that works at McDonald's. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. But y'all get on social media and just talk about how unattractive men are all day, every day. And then you got women in the comment section agreeing with it, and it's like, are any of y'all happy? Are any of y'all happy? Stop doing this. Like I said, I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but I ain't ugly. I ain't ugly. I got, and my track record shows that I have 3 kids. I've been in multiple relationships. I don't have an issue dating or getting in relationships. I'm not an unattractive person, but I also don't get on social media calling people ugly neither. Stop doing this. Y'all got character flaws. Y'all want to use those character flaws to bash other people. And you did this, the way you did it was very kind of like nonchalant. Like, you talk about how men look in the tech field, and you're talking about it so calm and sweet. That just makes it look even worse. You're talking about how bad men look in the tech field, and you're talking about it sweet, and you think it's cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. Fix your behavior. The way you act is what you get. What you put out is what you get. If you walk around with this attitude, you're never going to find anybody. You're never going to find anybody, and no one's going to find you. You have to go where people like what you look like, or go and get on the dating apps. You know what I'm saying? There's someone for everybody. There's someone for everybody. It might not. Sometimes the person that you want to be with ain't for you. Sometimes the looks that your type shouldn't be your type. It should be somebody else. Change your type of person. And talking about people outside of tech not making as much amount of money that you make, and men get intimidated. We not intimidated, love. Y'all think that we intimidated by the money that y'all make. We don't care. We already know when we get into relationships with women, your money is not our money. Our money is yours, but yours ain't ours. So the type of job that you have, that's why men will date women that work at Burger King, work at, a restaurant as a server, or work in some kind of field where they're not making tons of money. Men and women function off of hypergamy. Men are supposed to be the high earners to take care of their woman. That's what we're taught, right? So most men don't think about your income, because we know that your money ain't our money. And the men that think that your money is their money, they ain't the person you want to be with in the first place. Just saying. You got to change the way you act and your perspective, Ma. That's my advice to you. I'm not going to bash you. I'm not going to put you down. I'm not going to call you ugly, because there's somebody for you. But you got to stop this shit. What y'all think about this? Comment, share. Peace.